Hey guys, welcome back to EURUSD and ES futures review. This is for Tuesday afternoon, May 13th. I left this off at ES, talking about the setups below. I should have mentioned the reclaim of 58.74 level. I just thought that there was a lot of way down, so it wasn't really a good setup at that point. I would say at least a bullish one. But there was a setup there that you could have taken. You can see that level was tested once here at 4 p.m. yesterday, and then we pushed through it and sold back down at 8:30, and then we started going back towards it slowly. So pretty simple. You would have taken the reclaim at 9:30 when we pushed above the level and held, um, and the stop loss could have been around 58.61, and that was an awesome trade for this morning. Now you can see we came up and double tapped 59.26. The high was 59.26.75 twice, and now we're just consolidating below. I'm looking for a price to lose this low to possibly have some setups. The first setup I'll see once we get the new levels would be kind of like a dip in recovery, ideally, of whatever level is around here. The reason why I wouldn't love a direct tag is just because we're so close to the highs so far. But if you get a reaction close by and a push up, one could potentially take it, maybe go long around here to get a level retest of 59.10. Otherwise, a recovery of 59.10 is also a possibility, but again, this is very extended now. You can see we've gone straight up without minimal pullback, so I'm just not looking to engage that. Get more updates on the setups soon. Let's go to Euro USD. That also has pretty much been bullish all day. Want to go over a couple of things here. This reclaim worked out at 8:30, like I mentioned in the previous post. This was another reclaim level around 11:38. One can see that we pushed through here at 9 a.m. To trigger. If you went long, you probably went long around 11:40, let's say, just to have a number. And that actually it did work out for 9 points, right around 9:30. So technically speaking, that would have been your exit. So from 11:40 to 11:40.50 almost, 11:49, that would have been a solid entry. But clearly, it probably came up and pushed back. I was already long here and did not take anything else after this entry. But if had one been patient and missed that exit out of the most of the position up here, then you can see we consolidated around the level for a while from 9 o'clock until 10:30, so almost an hour and a half before actually taking off, at which point all the levels that we had were all tested. This is the first back test level I was looking for, since we sold from here yesterday at 3 a.m. and we got that. We hit it, sold back down to this minor level, and then started taking off. That could have been a long two if you wanted. Not ideal for me personally, but your stop loss could have been around 11:30, entry around 11:55. That's 25 points. This is way too much in my opinion. A safer bet, a less riskier one would be 11:45, so only about 15 to 13 points, but then you're taking a chance that price goes down something like this, never loses a low, and then takes off. So it's just nothing too great there. Here, moving forward, we had a reclaim setup again at this level. You can see we tagged it, sold off, triggered at 12:30, sold off more to continue to trap people before slowly grinding up. We're on our way to backtest this level now. I'm going to go to a 45-minute chart real quick just to show you why that's the second backtest. Here you can see we tested it once, twice, and then sold from there. So I'm looking for price to hit this. Could be a little bit of a reaction, and at that point probably consolidate and continue to go more upwards. I also want to just point out how we had this near direct tag of this major level yesterday at 2 o'clock, and why they're so important, these major levels that are founded from years and years of price action. It's not that complicated. I'm just looking at 8-hour, 12-hour charts and just seeing how action played off the last time price was around there. So from here, around 1065-ish, all the way up to here, 1194. So over 130 points since yesterday at 2 o'clock, and just over 24 hours. Failed breakdown would have gotten you long of this low. A direct long would have been fine too. And yeah, it's just simple setups again and again. The reason why I prefer failed breakdowns and level reclaims over selling is just there's more opportunity. If you look here simply, there was 12, 13. Okay, so multiple setups here. So on Thursday, you could have said it was a failed breakdown of this low, where we went below and then reclaimed it. Thursday evening, you could have went directly long as well because of the perfect reaction at that level. There's a failed breakdown on the Sunday open where you had another long opportunity there. Meanwhile, when we sold directly, boom, in one shot. A lot of times, most sells end up being failed breakdowns. You see, this was a sell happening, people got trapped, boom, nice long. Another sell, this probably went all the way straight down, boom, people got trapped, and then the price went long. And now here, this went short. The way I would have shorted this, if you go to a 15-minute, I wouldn't have shorted it, but if you're looking to short it, it wasn't much of a reaction. I'm gonna have to go to a 5-minute because I'm not even seeing anything that shows me that there's a short available. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so here price was lost. I would have wanted to short below this low, but you can see clearly that price went right through at 3 a.m. and then bounced back up. What one could have done is back tested, hit the back test short of this area. See how this is the low right here, and we went back up, went up close to it and rejected it. That's one way, but the preferred method is using this new low as a chance for price to bounce and see how it bounced and then started selling again. Obviously, you're looking for a short, so you would have gone short below this low, because anytime you end up doing a short, you want a final bounce to go short below. Here there was no final bounce, so if we were to go short below this, see how this bounced, price would have went up, and then you would have wanted it to go down below that. So I'll just draw that real quick so you can see what I mean. See how it went, price went down, that traps people, it bounced, and then you'd want to go down here and you want to short below this last bounce. Now that is what happened here, way below, and you could have gone short at 3:10 a.m. But again, I'm not looking to short often. I'm looking to long at my levels. I trust my levels, I trust my setups, I trust my process. Shorts happen much less than longs happen. For every one good short, there's about 3 or 4 good longs, a lot of times at the same level or the nearby zones. So why would you be chasing shorts when you can get multiple setups? You can get a dip in recovery at this level once. You can get a failed breakdown of that dip in recovery low. You get another failed breakdown of the previous low. That's 3 setups in a row right here that you could have got paid. And then the third setup would have left you with an open position to get all of this long without having to stress about where you put your next entry. Just be patient. I'm going to set up the levels for tomorrow and get back to you guys. For Euro USD, I'm looking for a pullback. We're not seeing any signs of one. I don't have many significant lows to work with either. This was the first one I'm seeing right here, so maybe something like a back test from above of this level and then a reclaim of this low could potentially be the next way we go up. Here's another low, so again a back test of this reclaim level and a dip below this low for the next long setup. What I want to see now is I want to see price hit this back test level and start a process of consolidation. Hit a low that I probably wouldn't be interested in, keep going, maybe hit me with one of these right here, give me like a little failed breakdown of its own so that I don't need to rely on this low, because this is a little higher up than I'd prefer. So it'd be great if I get a low setup somewhere here that fails and then reclaim that low. So this is some of the setups I'm looking for, and just the same thing again and again at any of the levels, ideally the major ones. Be back soon with new levels. Have a great day.